On January 6, 2024, in the German city of Cologne, about 1,000 people took part in a march in support of Ukraine. Their road passed through the city center, and people carried 100-meter-long blue and yellow flag. According to journalist Frank Schneider, who published the video, the protesters also shouted words of gratitude to Germany for its help. At the same time, the importance of aid to Ukraine is not forgotten at political gatherings.
There is a threat for the whole Europe. Other countries must share the burden. It is time to show that the European Union is a community of values that remains united in times like this.
The last time Kyiv received financial aid from the EU was before the new year, €1.5 billion. It was the final tranche of the EU €18 billion aid program for Ukraine in 2023. Now, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen is calling for the approval of a 4-year plan for Ukraine facility in the amount of €50 billion. Earlier, they were not able to approve it, but she assured that the EU already has a solution.
We all witnessed Russia's recent brutal airstrikes on civilian targets in Ukraine. And after the historic decision to launch accession negotiations with Ukraine, we must urgently move forward on stabilizing our financial aid to the country. The Commission will come to the European Council with operational solutions to ensure that we can agree on the Ukraine facility. And Belgium will then have the key task of transforming the political agreement on the facility through Council and Parliament as quickly as possible.
The West can help Ukraine financially not only by allocating money from its budgets, but also by transferring frozen Russian assets to Kyiv. According to the Deutsche Welle, there are more than €200 billion worth of them in the European Union. Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba believes that the transfer of Russian assets may start as early as 2024. The main issue is the organization of the transfer process. Since most of the Russian assets are in securities, economists believe that they could not be put into special funds.
It won't even be aid. It will be an investment in a fund that will hold Russian securities that are frozen and given to Ukraine. But they are not given directly to Ukraine, they are given to countries that will essentially buy them back into their ownership for that money, and the money will go to Ukraine. I think that European countries have certain resources for this. Accordingly, it will not take much time, and then both Ukraine will get money for reconstruction and Western governments will have securities that used to belong to Russia.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky also calls for the creation of a legal framework for the use of Russian assets in Ukraine's favor. According to him, Russian elites and leadership are indefinite to human lives, but they are not indefinite to money at all. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.